its teapot. And so in honor of what we just achieved with all the stuff we've done in our trial chamber, I'm going to go ahead and set aside this smithing table, and I've already got 4 of these bolt armor trims. I'm going to put some bolt armor trims on my copper armor with some diamond on here. So let's go ahead and do that and see how this is going to look. So I've got the bolt armor trim, and I'm going to put a diamond on there, and it's going to have this nice blue overlay. So that's going to be my new helmet for this, crafting a new look. I'm going to do the same thing with my copper chest plate, with my pants, and with my shoes. And so now when we don our apparel, you can see basically now we've got bolt on here. It looks really, really nice. Now, I haven't had a chance to do any of those ominous trials. I'm going to try and do some of those and maybe do a time lapse of them. But I'm going to do them in my better armor and my better gear. But this is going to represent, let me go ahead and put that on here. So this armor stand is going to represent all of the fun that we had in this, and I'm going to go ahead and set up a barrel. I think I've got an extra barrel here. Yeah. So I'm going to set up a barrel, and this barrel here is going to be where I put the emerald tools that got us through this. There's the copper sword, copper pickaxe, and our copper axe. So this is going to be kind of a little testament to all that we did here. I do kind of feel naked, but I also have all of this armor, and then I believe I still have some in here as well. Now this copper armor, I could actually melt it down if I wanted to, and I may end up doing that. Well, let me go ahead and take all of this stuff through. I kept this pickaxe over here just because I'm using this to clear out all of the area in the back. It's got mending on it, I don't care. This is one of my spare Silk Touch pickaxes that I have. But I'm going to go ahead and take all of this equipment here. I could literally put together a nice little suit of armor just from what we've got here. I don't even have to use the boots that I use to get through the nether. I could do this copper prop tube that I got. But I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and we're going to go take our stuff back to our base. So I was digging around in here just because of the amount of noise that I was hearing, that there had to have been something around here. And turns out when I dug around, I dug into this little area and there were probably about maybe 10 or 15 zombies. And so I continued to dig around and found this. So it looks like our stray farm, where we have the 4 stray spawners in the trial chamber, also has a zombie spawner right here. So I've got it lit up for now. Got some good stuff in here. So golden apple, diamond horse armor. Got Cat, which is actually our 3rd album now. I could probably go through here and get some more stuff. A couple of pieces of iron armor, some more bread, zombie flesh, some bones, some coal, some gunpowder. So just to keep in mind that this is something that we could probably add to get some extra XP out of this. And of course, this spawner could go 24/7 if I set it up, as opposed to the trial spawners that have a 30-minute cooldown. I just have to figure out how to set this up. I may end up kind of making a back around area to do that. So that'll be future plan for future me. Once again, hey, it's Teapot. And yeah, I did the ultimate whatever you call them, the big chests, the ones that use the ominous keys, the ominous trial chest. And yeah, I got lots of emeralds, and that's pretty much it. I think I got a diamond axe, I got a book of multi-shot, and some other stuff. There are some other caves around here, and I probably need to explore and light them up a little bit so it's just not as noisy. But yeah, I've just been kind of tweaking things around here, but we are going to get to some other stuff in just a minute. But real quick, we're going to talk about what my little spawner that I created over here does. Let's go ahead and fight our water battle. The idea is that when we're over here at this station, we will see the different zombies coming through out of this. I've got torches set up right now, so it's not exactly very good. And of course, it's interesting, I didn't know that they could fight the water channel. Looks like they can briefly. But what will happen is that they will fall down this little pipe down here. And then when they get pushed sufficiently, they will come up this pipe. Oops. And they will get pushed down this way to follow the path. They'll get pushed along a little bit farther. Oops. And then they fall down this hole. And after a sufficient drop, they die, ideally. So, and then let me go ahead and get this out of the way. There they are. So then I have this set up so that baby zombies aren't an issue. I can still take care of everything. So now let me go over here and take care of those torches that I created. And that should get this fully going. Get some nice blocks on my bar. All right. So I'm going to climb up here so I can get that torch. And then over here I can get this torch. And now that should actually be slightly better. And then once I close this up, do I have enough blocks to close it up? I definitely do. I can definitely just close it up with that and that. And now, when I'm over here at this, triggering all of these, I'm close enough to that spawner to cause it to spawn some zombies. And we should be seeing them start to drop momentarily. Now I do have, if I have one more, guess I'll put that there for now. But the idea is that once they fall down and I kill them, once I kill them, I should be able to hit this. That'll set the water going. I didn't want to do that. And then that takes care of it so that the drops get pushed towards me. So I've got this spawner set up. I should be able to use it to my advantage. That's the plan, at least. As you can see, standing close to here, I'm getting a lot of good stuff out of here. Now these zombies should be far enough away so that the spawner can still spawn more zombies. So I should hear more splats as the zombies hit the ground over here. Yep. So then what I can do is I can take this new sword, by the way. I created a new sword. I've got Smite 5, Looting 3, and Mending on it. So it should do some nice good stuff here. And I can go ahead and get all the drops flushed to me. I do kind of want the water to go away because when they fall, I kind of want them to fall. There we go. Good boy. Kind of want them to fall on the ground because that makes them one-hit kills. So that's my little zombie spawner, which I can use whenever I'm using this this stray spawn. So I've got a nice little collection of XPs and some rotten flesh as well. So I'll go ahead and use this as a place to drop everything off, and we'll be back later. So when the question is asked, what do you do when you have one of these huge hallways and you've completely cleared out all of the copper out of it? And I'll show you what I've done with one of the hallways. So let me go ahead and get up here to this top level. Swing over here, some zombie sounds, just ignore them for now. But as you can see over here with this level, this is the level by my bed, and I've actually set this up to be a rather nice tree farm. So let me go ahead and back in here so you can see. I've got several different types of trees down here, and the trees grow very well down here. I think the only ones I was having difficulty with were the jungle trees. And the dark oak, but the pale oak seemed to grow rather nice down here. I'm even getting some mangrove down here, and you have to do the what are these called? You have to do these propagules. I'm not going to be able to put that back, but you have to do the propagules kind of on their own separate sheet of mangrove. But you can see that I've got quite a bit going on here. The jungle just wasn't doing it for me. I actually ran out of dark oak saplings, but I tried to do all of them down here. I found that if I take the more branching trees, like the acacia or the cherry, and even the oak, and put them on one end, put the straighter trees like the spruce and the birch over here, that actually leaves more room for these trees that tend to sprout a lot like the mangrove. So it's definitely something you can do with all of this extra space down here, where I had basically an empty hallway. And I'll go ahead and just throw a lantern on here for light purposes. Just to give a little light over here. So that's a thought, at least. So I'm trying not to have too much waste space, and the idea is that when I'm going through my trial chambers and I'm taking care of the mobs in the trial chambers, while I'm doing that, these trees are close enough to grow. So we'll go ahead and see some strays growing in here. So it's definitely a technique that we can use to get some trees growing while we're digging stuff in the background. The then, of course, what do you do with some of the other areas? And the other areas, you age things. So here I've got a whole bunch of copper lanterns that are in different stages of aging. I've added some copper chains, and then I've also, I believe, got some, yeah, copper fences that I'm aging here. And I'm aging them both here and on the second level of this. So if I pop out of here and go up this ladder, you can see where I've got all the different, everything aging up here. So, of course, my mantra is that basically if I age everything to the final oxidized state, then I can always use one of those axes that I've got from trading to take care of them. But I think this is going to call an end to, goodness, let's get through the door. It's going to call an end to our copper age for a bit. I think we've done quite a bit. I think we've conquered this. I think the only thing we have left is we've got a whole bunch of ominous keys, and yeah, the ominous keys were a bit of a frustrating waste. But I've also set up our portal. I've been going back and forth around here, but this is our portal. It's just down the road from our resin farm. Then, of course, we've got back in our normal base. So we've been having a great time. Thank you for watching as we close off the Copper Age, and we definitely need to get a couple of other things taken care of. We have not finished the Diamond Age. We have not gotten all the blocks from the Nether. So I think next time what we're going to do is try and see if we can find ourselves a bastion and maybe conquer that. Those can be pretty hard with those brutes, but we're going to do the best we can. So once again, have a great day. Thank you for watching.